Welcome to Indie You and Me. We're going to be talking to Joseph Salud from Sledgehammer Games. So we're going to let him introduce himself more and stick around.
Hi, I'm Joseph Salud. I am the art director over at Sledgehammer Games. Been there since 2009 up until now, working on World War II.
How do you started into being an art director?
I mean, I guess I've always been an artist ever since I was a kid. I like to draw. You know, I went to school for computer graphics, 3D. I started out as an environment artist, mainly making environments. This isn't like the only path to become an art director. This is just my path, I want to say. So, because there are art directors who have come from different areas like concept art or VFX. But mainly I came from environment art, and I think what environment art particularly lends is like, because you're an environment artist, you get to interact with all the different types of artists, you know, helping to integrate the work into the backdrop. I had an opportunity to start art direction in Dead Space. I started out I made a transition from being an environment art lead to an environment art director. From there, I learned a bunch of things about art directing and then and then we left. We started a new studio, Sledgehammer Games. I had an opportunity to try doing art direction from a project standpoint. And then we're here today.
When you wanted to become an art director, like, what were your inspirations that resonates with you?
You mean like my inspirations, like
do you have like artists that you like, or something that really hits a spot?
I have a lot of influential artists in my mind. I mean, like, they're not really like all art directors. Like, there's concept artists that inspire me, filmmakers that inspire me, cinematographers and photographers that inspire me.
If somebody wants to get hopefully into the gaming industry, and they possibly want to be an art director, what's good, or what are the steps that you feel that they should know before they start their journey?
I think like the very first thing is understanding art, not just from the ability to make the art, hands-on. There needs to be a strong understanding of the different types of art philosophies, a knowledge of like different art theories, right? Not to say that there is a true right or wrong, but like just understanding the different types that are out there. What's really important is understanding people and their dynamics, how to work with people, not just like, I mean from like an empathic standpoint, right? Like, art is an emotional form of expression, and that comes from people who are also emotional. So like, if you try to take that out of the actual like artist and what they're making, then I don't think that lends to a good form of expression from those artists. The last thing is being open-minded and humble, right? Like, not just for art direction, but just like as being a person, because like, you need to know if things don't work. You need to know if you need to improve, not just the artist that you're working with, but within yourself, right? Otherwise, you never change, you never get better, you never improve. So it's very important to always keep your feet on the ground, to be humble and open-minded.
Pretty much, I think that's a very common theme, to be humble, to be really close with your peers and sharing. Just wrapping up with two more things. One is regarding Call of Duty World War II. Any memorable portions that you really enjoyed when making the game?
Yeah, I mean, like, I had a lot of fun on the project. There's like, 3 years worth of unbelievable memories. Some of it is being able to study and research about the war. But I think like what stands out the most is during the development cycle, there's actually like a peak where everybody starts to like gel in their teamwork, and it becomes about like what they're making, how to make it the best that it can possibly be. And you feel this sense of like pride and ownership and passion within the team. And when that peak happens, there's this synergy, this really strong synergy, and everybody worked really hard and worked late nights making this game. But when that synergy happens, those challenging times, that becomes very inspirational actually from each other. Everybody inspires everybody else. Honestly, throughout my career, that's always the most beautiful thing in development.
Synergy,
that's very important.
Last thing is like anything that you really wanted to accomplish or you wanted to work on, like any titles or stuff like that that you want? It's like a bucket list that you want to tick off.
I mean, I've worked on
Just one.
so many. I mean, I've done open world games, I've done action adventure games, I've done a horror game, I've done third person games, I've done first person games, I've done fantasy games. Off the top of my head, I really have to think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know right now.
Here we are at Indie You and Me. If you guys want to ask more questions, do let us know below on the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and there'll be more indie developers or developers going to be talking in the show. So if you guys want to know more, check out our next video.